So, got a brand new team. I've got an X-Ray team. So what I've basically done is I've taken my VGC15 Worlds team and VGC16'd it, if that can be a word. So I'm going to find someone quite quickly from Japan in the 1500s. So I did have a Mega Salamence and a Sylveon with the other four that I took to Worlds. So I've tried to adapt it as closely as possible. The moves aren't exactly the same because they need to be improved for, or updated is a better word, for VGC16. Got a Rayouga team with Whimsicott and Bronzong. It's quite interesting. So I've got a faster Fake Out than Kangaskhan with Infernape, so Infernape can be a very nice lead. No, I think Ferrothorn looks really good. But do I want to go with my Xerneas and try and set up straight away? Is that worth it? Because he's got Whimsicott to potentially Encore me. Talonflame and Rayquaza have priority. Bronzong is going to set up Trick Room. Do I want Thundurus? Thundurus could be nice. But not really this Thundurus. So I'm going to go with Infernape Xerneas. With Rayquaza and Ferrothorn in the back. Suicune is unnecessary, and Thundurus is like, it's only really good against the Kyogre, and if he's going with his Bronzong stuff, Thunder Waving stuff won't make any sense. I did have a nasty plot Thundurus at Worlds, and that was amazing. It was the best Thundurus in VGC15, but it's not strong enough in 16, which is a shame, else I would definitely still use it. But there we go. Now, I would expect him to probably lead with his Bronzong. That would be the better lead against me. So Infernape Xerneas against Japanese and Japanese. Bronzong and Kangaskhan, okay, so he's going straight for the Trick Room setup. Which is pretty nice. So what I can do is I can just close combat this Kangaskhan and switch out my Xerneas into my Ferrothorn. Because he's likely to, well, he shouldn't Fake Out an Infernape because I'm going to Infernape. I'm probably going to Fake Out his Kangaskhan, but if he stays in Inner Focus form, then I get a close combat and he definitely gets KO'd. He is going to Mega Evolve, so he does have a chance to survive. This does KO no bulk Kangaskhan's 93% of the time, I think. So if he's got any bulk, he should live. It's going to be Fake Out. It shouldn't be into Infernape, but it is into Infernape, which doesn't make any sense because I could have just Faked Out. I took a load of damage there. I'm in Sucker Punch range now. Yeah, he's going to get the Trick Room up, so that was a very confusing Fake Out. You don't Fake Out things, because I could have Faked Out the Bronzong. Because if I Fake Out the Bronzong, I stop Trick Room, and I get a Geomancy, and then I win. So that was very confusing. So I've got Trick Room now. Does he try and take out my Infernape? Because he is slower. You would expect it, wouldn't you? Now he's going to be Levitate Bronzong because he's got Kyogre. I'm going to just try and close combat. And do I want to Leech Seed or start Gyro Balling? This is a bulkier Ferrothorn. I'm going to Leech Seed the Bronzong. So he's going to Sucker Punch when he knew he was faster. Which again, doesn't make any sense. But there we go. Infernape goes down for free, which is annoying. I'm going to get a Leech Seed up. If he Gyro Balls, that's going to do nothing. Is he reversing Trick Room? Oh, Zen Headbutt. Okay. That's interesting. Why would I think he's reversing Trick Room? Of course I'm slower, but Zen Headbutt is a weird move to have on Bronzong. But I am leftovers because this is just a very standard Ferrothorn. Now I am a slow, bulky Xerneas. So I would be able to take a Gyro Ball easily. So I'm going to go into Xerneas. And I'm going to double up onto this Kangaskhan. A Moonblast plus a Gyro Ball should easily KO it. Like you would expect that. Unless he's super bulky. Because I am a modest Xerneas. Because I'm a bulky one as well. So I'm going to Gyro Ball and Moonblast into the Kangaskhan. And it shouldn't underspeed my Xerneas. It's not the fastest Xerneas in the world because it's nice and bulky. But Kangaskhan shouldn't underspeed. If he Gyro Balls, I'm slow, I'm bulky. I should be probably even 3-hit KO'd. So I haven't got my Geomancy up, I haven't got the increased speed. It's going to switch out Bronzong, that's fine, because I'm not targeting that. And Kyogre? Okay, so I'll just power up you next turn. That's fine. I would expect Kyogre to underspeed my Xerneas if he's got Trick Room Bronzong. But Ferrothorn definitely underspeeds. I just need to hit my Power Whip and then he's in range of Extreme Speed. So that would be fine. His Kangaskhan should go down this turn. And everything will be lovely. This Gyro Ball, how much is it going to do? Because I'm not a brave Ferrothorn. Oh, okay. And he does underspeed my Xerneas. That is such a slow Kangaskhan. That's crazy. He's definitely putting himself in range now. But that's crazy slow. Interesting. So he's really focused on this Trick Room. So maybe his Rayquaza is slow as well. And we know that he can't Mega Evolve his Ray as well. So how slow does Rayquaza get? I think it can go... It can definitely be slower than my Xerneas if it's min speed. But now I can still Power Whip this Kyogre. Now, would he bring in Bronzong or would he bring in his Rayquaza? It depends what speed the Rayquaza is, but that's going to be... It's going to be Bronzong, that's fine. No, I definitely want to Power Whip. How many turns of Trick Room has that been? That's been... So I switched in my Ferrothorn. Then I Leech Seeded, I Gyro Balled, so there's 2 turns left. Is it worth protecting? Because I'm going to do a lot to this Kyogre. And I could KO it. Actually, yeah, because then I can protect this turn. Then Geomancy next turn as Trick Room runs out. So that would be fine. So I'm going to Power Whip this Kyogre. So that it's forced to use Origin Pulse if it has it. And Water Spout won't be doing anything. I'm going to miss because, you know, that's how Power Whip works. But no, I connect. Not bad. It's not going to KO. Not even close. Well, fairly close, but there we go. Gyro Ball into the Xerneas, good. And it is Origin Pulse, okay. So it doesn't miss, but that's fine. He's in Extreme Speed KO range, which is really nice. His Gyro Ball will go before my Geomancy. Again, that's really nice. So I don't have that much for Bronzong now because my Infernape's gone. So I'm going to have to rely on really strong hits. But I can, yeah, I can just Extreme Speed and Geomancy. I don't really see anything wrong with that. Because I need the Geomancy to be able to hit the Bronzong somewhat hard. And I will Mega Evolve so that I can guarantee I am faster than the Rayquaza in the back. He protects his Kyogre, that's fine, because that just gives me a free turn to hit the Bronzong even harder, because then I can Dazzling Gleam and Dragon's Ascent the Bronzong. That probably won't knock it out, but it'll be close. So it's going to protect the Kyogre, that's fine. If he Gyro Balls my Ray, that's fine, because then I get a full health Geomancy Xerneas. Gyro Ball into the Xerneas, so I'm slow. It is a 3-hit KO, no, 2-hit KO, okay. That's interesting. So now, is it worth ignoring the Kyogre and Moonblasting and Dragon's Ascenting this Bronzong? Probably not. Yeah, Bronzong already looks like an issue for this team, especially if it's Heat Proof, because Infernape's the only real thing to hit it. Which isn't so good, but then again this is just a simple adaptation of my 15 team. So I wasn't expecting it to be any good, but I'm going to Dazzling Gleam and Dragon's Ascent the Bronzong. Hopefully I crit somewhere, because I'm not expecting Dragon's Ascent and Dazzling Gleam to knock out. Kyogre's definitely gone. If he switches to Ray, it only survives with an Assault Vest or Sash or Roselli Berry. But he doesn't switch. He sacks his Kyogre. Ooh, that might be in Life Orb Dragon's Ascent range. If it is, I win. If it's not, I probably lose. So here we go. Dragon's Ascent. It is Life Orb. It's almost max attack Jolly. Well, it's naive, actually. And it is enough to KO. Good, yeah. Because I did Dragon's Ascent of Bronzong back in January to win my regionals with a huge power Rayquaza, and it did like 90%. So it must do around 45% to Bronzongs. So that's pretty good. If it is the Ray in the back, that should be my game, because I should be out of Extreme Speed KO range without a Choice Band. And then if he is Choice Band, then I can just KO him with my Rayquaza. So definitely Moonblast. And he did Mega Evolve his Kang, so we know that my Rayquaza is definitely faster, so I can safely Dragon's Ascent it. And he's just going to forfeit, so that's fine. So, wasn't looking so good with my Infernape when he got the, I guess, the reads with the Fake Out and Sucker Punch. But and we managed to pull it back, playing around Trick Room quite nicely. The Ferrothorn was very good for that matchup. Probably need to keep Infernape safer in the future against Bronzongs. So, going to continue battling. Yeah, with X-Ray teams, you need strong answers to Bronzong, because they are popping up everywhere now in party. Yeah, so especially because Bronzongs can be heat proof on just like the big six core teams. So if it is heat proof, then I really don't have anything to hit Bronzongs, which can be an issue, but we will play around it. I can adapt this team, I guess, in between episodes, and I probably should. I've got Draco Meteor on my Rayquaza. I could replace it with Overheat, but then Draco picks up the KOs on Groudons, which is really nice. Or at least no bot Groudons. Okay, interesting. So he's got Zapdos with the Xerneas Groudon core. Interesting, I haven't tried that out yet. I like Zapdos with the dual primals, but I haven't really tried it on anything else. Greninja can be an issue for my Ray, because it outspeeds. Salamence outspeeds as well. I will need my Geomancy up for that. Now, you would expect a slow Smeargle, because if it's not slow, he doesn't have any answers to Trick Room, apart from, I guess, Raw on Zapdos, Salamence, Groudon, or Xerneas. Or all of them. I like Infernape, because there's no fake out, so I can definitely fake out something. And I think I'll go with Infernape Xerneas. With Ray, and I don't think I want Ferrothorn. Suicune can be nice. I'm going to go with Thundurus. Because he's very fast, Thunder Waves will be very nice. And what would you expect? Would you expect Smeargle Xerneas from him? Because that seems to be what everyone uses, if they don't know what to lead against something. Anyway, we'll see. Smeargle Greninja. Okay. Right, so that Smeargle should be slow. If it's not slow, it's bad team building. So it shouldn't be a Choice Scarf one. Now, is it going to be Gunk Shot Greninja? Because that would be an issue. I think I might need to risk the Gunk Shot. But then again, I should live. Because I'm a bulky Xerneas. So I should be able to Geomancy. I don't know the Gunk Shot Life Orb calc. But his map block, that's fine. I'll take that. So I've broken any potential sashes on Smeargle. Greninja could still have a sash, but... And he could have Wide Guard on Smeargle. So this turn, I think it's much safer to go for Moonblast and Close Combat. But then if he follow me's, then I Moonblast the Smeargle, and then he could still Gunk Shot my Xerneas. So is it better to protect the Xerneas and do some chip with Infernape? But then if he Dark Voids and I attack the Greninja, then that goes wrong. I am Sash Infernape. I wouldn't expect any like Water Shurikens or Feints coming out from the Smeargle, so I don't need to Quick Guard. Yeah, what is the safest way? Because he could Wide Guard my Dazzling Gleam and then Gunk Shot. He could follow me and then Greninja gets a Gunk Shot. So either way, Greninja could attack this turn if he gets it right. So I'm going to Close Combat. And I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Risk the Wide Guard. There's no Wide Guard, so this is fine. Is it going to be Sash Greninja? Was it Sash Smeargle? It was probably Life Orb Greninja, so we've dodged any kind of Gunk Shots, which is very nice. Have we taken any damage? We didn't take any damage, so I've still got my Sash intact. I've got a Geomancy Xerneas. I don't see any way we lose this now. So you would expect the Groudon Xerneas in the back, but I can just Moonblast that Xerneas, and Overheat should still do a decent amount to Groudon. But I want to save that for when I'm in Blaze range, when I'm brought down to my Sash. So I'll Close Combat it first. Because the nice synergy with this Infernape is when you Close Combat, you lower your defenses, so the attacks will always take you down to your Sash, which will activate your Blaze, and then Overheat in the Sun does a lot of damage. Which I think is quite nice. Because the Sun was only really with Charizard's last meta, but I was brought down to my Sash quite often, so I got nice Blaze Overheats, because I used Infernape a lot last season. I was the only person who brought it to 15 worlds, which is quite interesting. It's a really good Pokemon. So Close Combat onto Groudon and Moonblast onto Xerneas. Yeah, like it's not really that used this meta. That's fine. I'm not attacking you with the Xerneas. Yeah, Infernape is really nice. It's got some really nice supports. I used Encore all through 15 because no one thought about Fake Out Encore with Infernape in 15, so I would always just Fake Out onto their Protect and then Encore them into it. But there we go, this game's pretty much over now. I just Moonblast, and I'm going to Overheat, just for style. I could miss, but it doesn't matter. I've got a Ray in the back to clean up. It's going to forfeit, so that's fine. So that was a lot cleaner. No surprise like Scarf Smeargle, or I don't know what else he could have had that could have been an issue. I guess if he wide guarded on the Dust and Gleam and Gunk Shotted, that would have been the only issue, but there we go. That was quite a clean one. I'll be using this team a little bit more. Don't know if I'm going to be using it for 2 weeks. I'll see how it does for 1 week, because it might be terrible, because it is just a straight up adaptation. So we'll see. Thanks for watching.